Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I don't know what's going on with my throat, but we're gonna get through this. I feel like I hope I'm not about to get sick, but I took some Benadryl last night, and when I tell y'all, quick story, and then we're gonna get us. Just give me 30 seconds, girl. I have Benadryl, the extra strength. When I tell you that is the devil in a box, girl, it does what it needs to do as far as you going to sleep. But the thing is, I think the dosage is so strong, and I take two that like when you wake up, it's just almost like, girl, where am I at? Yeah, what's going on? So I took two Benadryl last night, and because my throat has been kind of like is bothering me just for like a day or two. So anyway, so yeah, that's where we're at. So I'm kind of, we're gonna try to get through this review, but I'm kind of like, girl, it feels like I'm coming down from a high, if that makes sense. So, but we good. All right, let's go ahead and talk about Beverly Hills. So we're just gonna talk, okay? Garcelle and Kyle, they had on the same dress. I thought that was kind of cute. They did like a little faux runway situation. No shade to Garcelle. you know, uh, Garcelle made mention of, in the past about Kyle and the way that she dresses. And just to be perfectly clear, Kyle is not a fashionista, but Garcelle, neither are you. Okay, so we just gotta call a thing a thing, like Garcelle, it's not like you walking around here, just giving the girls fashions, girl. But anyways, I thought it was cute. Jennifer Tilly. I was on the phone with one of my friends the other day, and they were telling me, I forgot, we were talking about Beverly Hills, and they made mention of Jennifer Tilly being 66. And I was like, Jennifer Tilly who? I was like, Jennifer's not 66. And they were like, I think she is. Like, I'm almost sure. I was like, I don't think Jennifer Tilly is 66. I think Jennifer might be like, I'm thinking like mid 50s. You know what I'm saying? 53, 54, 55, somewhere around there. But I'm like, I don't think that she's 66. Baby, Jennifer Tilly is 66 years old. Girl, when I tell you Jennifer Tilly looks good, I would have never assumed that Jennifer Tilly was girl knocking on 70. Baby, Jennifer Tilly looks great. Okay? I said, come on, Jen, baby. Come on, Miss Tilly. I said, Miss Tilly, if you nasty. Jennifer looks great, baby. Jennifer is 66 years old. That's what the Google say. Anyways, so let's just talk about Dorit. So when I tell you Sutton, baby. Sutton, girl, sister. Oh, Sutton, 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 Sutton. Um, so they have an all-white dinner. They go out to eat, and Dorit brings up her feeling that Sutton has been mean-spirited to her. Before we get into this, let me just say this. I say this. I feel like I've been saying this every review, but I feel like it needs to be said because I feel like some people are, for some reason, they're trying to rewrite history. Again, I came into Beverly Hills watching full seasons, season 10. So I really couldn't tell you the storylines of seasons in the past, right? I know for a fact, though, I have seen people online talking about the Fox Force 5 needs to be dismantled. And the Fox Five used to consist of Lisa Rinna, Erica Jane, Dorit, Teddy Mellencamp, and Kyle. And so I assume that those were the five girls on the show who kind of made everybody else who came on the show life miserable. I noticed that once Lisa Rinna, Teddy Mellencamp, she got fired season 11, I believe. She came in, she was still season 10. So Teddy left, and then once Lisa left, um, we saw that there started to become a crack in the friendship amongst Erica Jane, Dorit, and Kyle, right? Um, I always felt that Sutton and Garcelle, they forged a friendship. Um, I felt like some of it was due to them kind of being like the black sheep in a way. Um, Garcelle being the only black girl, and then Sutton, you know, not really necessarily fitting in with the cool girls. So if it's me and you, we just gonna gravitate towards each other, right? Um, I do remember Sutton coming into this group being very judgmental, right? Um, but I also remember them not really being necessarily nice to Sutton. So we fast forward. Now we're on season what? Season 14. Sutton, at the beginning of this season, wanted to have this sisterhood movement where, we're sisters at the end of the day and we should be able to speak to one another, say what needs to be said, but still not feel like there's not a friendship there. We should still be able to work through our issues. Just because we say something doesn't mean it should be the end of the friendship, right? I remember Sutton saying, I'm paraphrasing, but Sutton said something along those lines. Um, Dorit, however, is right. In this moment, okay, Sutton is the one who wanted to be the captain of the sisterhood movement. But girl, anytime we have an issue, like Dorit said, girl, you're the one who kind of like shuts the conversation down when it's time to kind of come to a resolve. So you want to have the sisterhood movement, but then when we have an issue, you don't want to converse. Kind of like at the Viper Room this episode, not this episode, this season when they were in the Viper Room, and I forgot how the argument started, but I remember Sutton kind of like, well, we're just not friends. Girl, you jump from us having this disagreement to now all of a sudden we're not friends. But girl, you were the one who said that, girl, we should be able to talk and pretty much the friendship not end. In this episode, at the end, I'm trying to put this all together. But at the end of the episode, she was like, "Yeah, me and Dorit just need to be put on ice." But girl, you're the one who said that, girl. We should be able to talk things through. Dorit is right. But every time we try, you would reject it. Jennifer says that Sutton meant what she said about the sisterhood. I think Cal also chimes in and says that yes, Sutton is right. No, no, I don't think Sutton. I mean, not Sutton is right. Sutton meant what she said. No, I don't think Sutton meant what she said. I think Sutton wanted to say it because it sounded good, but based off of Sutton and what she's been doing this season, it doesn't give, girl, you really meant what you said about the sisterhood. Again, even at the end of this episode, Sutton also said we're going to be put on ice. But girl, that goes against what you said the sisterhood was supposed to be about. Again, it's not to discount what has happened in this group since Sutton joined, but for right now, I don't want to try to go back, 3 seasons ago, but right now, Sutton, you are the one who wanted to be the captain of the sisterhood. And now you're not really doing what you said what the sisterhood is supposed to be about. Erica Jane joins in. Erica Jane, and when I tell you, baby, that was wearing my girl out. I said Erica was on. When I said Erica was on Sutton's ass, I said, girl, finally, because quiet as just kept, girl, Erica, she can leave. And Erica's one of my faves, but girl, I'm gonna need Erica to wake up next season. Okay, girl, Erica Jane basically says, and she said this. She said some of this in her confessional too, that it's kind of hard to really know what Sutton means and doesn't mean. So at some point, I'm just going to assume she means everything she says. So if you go around here and you want to say that Dorita's broke, you meant what you said, right? So you. I feel like in some scenarios you can mean both. I can, in the heat of the moment, yes, I did mean what I said when I called you broke. But I'm also saying after I sat back and thought about it and reflected on what was done, I have come to the conclusion that okay, maybe I should apologize. I think both things can be true. I think that if Sutton says it again, okay. Now I know she said, I'm trying to apologize about calling you brokey. I think that was just her speaking on the scene. But if Sutton had said it, for example, on the boat at the end of the episode, then I would have said, okay, girl, she didn't mean that apology because they say the best apology is change behavior. You can't apologize and still do the same thing. But I absolutely understood what Erica was trying to say. At some point, it does become this thing of what does she mean? What if she doesn't mean it? If we're to believe that she means a sisterhood, she meant the sisterhood, then are we also to believe when she goes low with us? You know what I'm trying to say? I get it. Anyways, um, well, I think. Wait, I'm sorry. Oh, Erica Jane is right though. I think she means what she says all the time, so it gets confusing when it becomes did she mean it or didn't she? Anyway, so Sutton apologizes to Dorit. Dorit ain't really trying to hear it. Now this is where, again, I'm rocking with Dorit so far. I'm rocking with the big Diddy Dun Donald. I'm rocking with the big Diddy Dun Donald, baby. Dorit still got some stuff she got to get off her chest. This is the thing. I do believe that in order for a friendship to move forward, girl, everything needs to be put out on the table. Girl. Because if I still feel like I ain't said what I need to say, I'm still gonna be pissed off. I ain't said everything I wanted to say. No, I'm not done with the conversation because I ain't finished. Girl. We done with the conversation when I'm done saying what I gotta say, she done saying what she gotta say. But if I ain't done saying what I gotta say, then the conversation is not a period. Okay? Girl, it's a comma. Okay. So Bose chimes in and basically says that you won't even accept her apology. Like, cause again, Sutton apologized to Dorit about calling her basically a broke ass bitch. Yeah, okay. Um, and she apologized about calling her broke. Girl, they mad about it because girl, it's the truth. Okay. This is my thing about apologies. And y'all know I have said this for a very long time. I think we need to get away from forcing people to accept apologies. Because what's going to happen is Dorit has now been put in this position. Now that Bose is calling her out, I think Garcelle even says something about, girl, she's trying to apologize. You won't even accept the apology. Girl, I can acknowledge that she apologized. I can acknowledge that. I can acknowledge that she apologized. But that doesn't mean that I have to accept the apology. And that's just what it is. And then we wonder why, especially on these shows, when these girls are forced to accept an apology, why then something happens and then they get into an argument and the same thing they apologize for, they throw it back in their faces because because I wasn't really ready to accept the apology, and then on top of that, y'all probably are forcing people to apologize. You see what I'm saying? So I just feel like if people are going to apologize, let them apologize because they really mean it. And if the person wants to accept the apology, let them accept the apology because they really want to accept the apology. Don't force someone to apologize and don't force someone to accept the apology. Because on Mad Day, girl, I might say it again. Okay? But because y'all made me apologize so the group could move on, now I gotta apologize. And now she gotta accept the apology. But really and truly, I might not even mean my apology. And girl, quiet as it's kept, I don't accept the apology, but I'm gonna accept it because y'all forcing me to. You see what I'm saying? Girl, who is this? My phone. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, Dorit then apologizes about the vodka comment. Dorit still wants to act as if it was a joke. Girl, You can't joke with someone when we're not in a good place. That's just what it is. We're not joking. We're not in a good place. Just like she said, if Garcelle said it, maybe it would be considered a joke. But girl, we're not really rocking with each other like that, right? And then if you, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, and I've said this before, if you want to continue to imply or insinuate that I have a drinking problem, then I'm gonna also insinuate that you broke as hell. And quiet as this kept, if Sutton is a better bitch than I could ever be, because girl, the way I would have been dragging PK all up and through, girl, that TV screen. Let's talk about the husband. Shout out to Kim Richards. Girl, let's talk about the husbands, baby. Because while you worried about what's in my cup, girl, and got some drink in my cup, this is water. Girl, you should have been worried about your husband's and what he had in his. Anyways, Bo says that she ran into Mo and the new girl at Soho House. And she basically, texts Kyle right then and there. I think it was a voice note, I believe. Basically giving her a play by play of what was happening. I want to know if he knew who Bose was at the time. Had he met Bose? He probably had. He probably didn't even know who Bose was. I'm assuming he probably didn't even know who she was. That's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm thinking he probably didn't know who Bose was. You never know who know you, girl. So Bose basically sent Kyle a message, and I will say, I feel like what Bose was doing, it was just what people do sometimes. She was like, the girl not even cute, and the girl probably could have been bad as hell. But you meet your friend like, girl, this bitch is ugly as hell, bitch. Girl, she a mess. Girl, her shoes too small, her dress too small. Girl, she shaped bad. Girl, like her breath stank. Girl, teeth raggedy. Girl, I can see the bitch track. Girl, and the bitch probably one of the baddest bitches walking around. But you gotta make your sister feel good. You gotta make your sister feel good. Girl, she ain't even cute. Girl, she ain't cute. You thinking in your head, baby, this bitch is bad as hell. Bitch, this bitch ain't Mr. B. Bitch, this bitch her together, teeth together, baby. Bitch like she smell good. I wanna even smell her. Okay. Baby, outfit together, shoes together, purse together. Oh, baby, she ain't missed a step today. That's what you're thinking in your head, but you're gonna tell your sister she look a mess though. Anyways, so is this microphone on? Okay. Um, so Garcelle brings up Morgan. She feels like basically we can talk about Mo, but we tiptoe around Morgan. Let me just say something. I feel like this is the difference between Garcelle, Sutton, even maybe even Erica Jane, because Erica Jane basically was made a comment in the comment section, not the comment section, her confessional, and I'm paraphrasing. Garcelle is so concerned about Morgan, but girl, we don't know anything about your private life. Who are you dating, girl? Maybe you peaked in the '90s. I said, oh girl. What I feel like is a fact, correct me if I'm wrong, we haven't heard or seen anything about Garcelle dating. It could be a possibility that Garcelle is not dating anybody. Okay. It's a possibility that Sutton is not dating anybody. So, I mean, we could have Garcelle come on the show and pretend like the other girls do and get in these fake relationships, right? Hey, Stacy, right? Like Stacy did with TJ on RHOP, like Garcelle did with Jason, the guy from Summer House, knowing damn well that boy would not be into an old woman like Garcelle. Okay. So we could go down this road of pretending and having these fake relationships, but I really think that Garcelle might not be talking to anybody. So there's probably no there. Kyle, on the other hand, is completely different. Girl, we think it's some there. We're not gonna act like Kyle wasn't trolloping this lesbian around our face last year. And even if you take out the fact that she's a lesbian, girl, it looks as though there could be a relationship there past a friendship. Okay? So Cal has made it her business, of course, to not talk about Morgan. But we wouldn't have to be concerned about Morgan. One, if Cal would have never brought Morgan onto that show, then we probably never would be. We probably wouldn't say anything. Probably. But then here we go, and I know this wasn't on the show, but even just a few weeks ago, like when Teddy was having her surgery, we saw not Teddy, we saw Kyle and Morgan at the hospital. We've seen pictures. I've seen pictures as of late of Morgan and Kyle walking around LA. Now, Kyle did say that, I think she said at the beginning of this season, or maybe she said it on Watch What Happens Live. I don't know. But I remember her saying somewhere that Morgan, I guess Morgan really doesn't want to be on the show anymore. Okay, that's all fine and dandy, but girl, we already saw what we saw. And we still seeing what we see. So for Garcelle to bring it up, I don't think it's necessarily wrong. Because girl, what we want to talk about Mo all the time, but girl, the bitch, the lesbian in the room. Hello, girl. What about the lesbian that might be in the room? Huh.
What about your lesbian relationship, bitch? What about it?
Baby girl said that we was gay, girl. We was kissing lesbians, girl.
So Garcelle gets upset at Sutton, basically. Now this is later on in the episode. This is later on in the episode. Basically, Garcelle is upset. Now this is what it sounds like to me. Okay. While I do believe that Sutton and Garcelle have a friendship, a part of me does also believe, based off of how Garcelle said what she said, that they have, I don't know, if lack of a better word, an alliance, wait, they have an alliance with that is also a part of their friendship. I think what it sounds like is that because they probably feel like it's us against them in a way. So whenever there's something that comes up, girl, you have my back, I have yours, right? Kind of like, girl, the Fox 445 Fox, whatever they were called. Girl, they had each other's back. It was 5 against whomever. So we're gonna have each other's back. So when something comes up, girl, make sure you have my back and I'll have yours. That's what it sounds like. Okay. And to a certain degree, I can get it because they were like the black sheep of the group at one point, in my opinion. I was gonna say this last week. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, baby Garcelle, baby, you better watch out for Miss Sutton, because if Sutton ever, and I don't know, based off of the ending of this episode, but if Sutton ever can get her friendship on track or get the friendship that she wants from Kyle, baby, and don't let Sutton ever get build some friendship with Kyle, Erica, and Dorit. Girl, it's a wrap for that friendship with Garcelle, baby. Because in my head, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Sutton does not give me, like in high school. Sutton doesn't give. How can I say this? Sutton doesn't give me in high school that she would have been a part of the cool girl club. She would not be sitting with the cool kids. In high school, Sutton would have been the one that probably was being picked on. And Dorit, Erica Jane, Lisa Rinna, Teddy, Kyle will probably be the high school cheerleaders who ran the school, and girl Sutton would be the nerd who sat at a table by herself. So in my head, Sutton wants to be a part of the cool table. Girl. And if Sutton eventually gets a seat at the cool table, Garcelle, baby, you on your own, mama. You on your own. And just like Garcelle said, now you have an issue. And I understood what Garcelle was trying to say. Now you have an issue about, wanting to back off. And if she doesn't want to talk about it, that's all fine and dandy. But girl, that ain't never been your MO, girl. When the girls didn't want to talk about shit, you always wanted to talk about the shit. But now all of a sudden, because it's Kyle, now we should back off. But you ain't never backed off before. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Okay. So, babe, when I tell you, so Erica Jane, Dorit, and Bose were in the house. This is after dinner. They were in their villa. And what I tell you, bitch, when Erica Jane was sitting there, when Erica Jane was sitting there taking out her tracks, and Bose, I tell you, Bose was looking at Erica like, y'all are some ghetto ass bitches. The way, but when Erica Jane took her tracks, when she took her tracks and she threw and she shook them and then she set them on the table, and Bose looked at the table. When I see, I know Bose was thinking, "You and Kathy Hilton are some of the most ghetto bitches I have ever met in my life." Girl, ghetto, girl. Who takes their tracks out? Just girl, y'all really taking y'all tracks out? In real life, girl, on some real shit. I hate to say it, but if that was a black girl, the girls be wearing that will be wearing her out. But I thought it was funny how Bose really sit there and was like, you could tell she was judging Erica Jane. Like, girl, you really sitting here. Girl, I ain't never seen no white girls just take their tracks out like this. Girl, this is a mess. Bose says that Dorit has an issue with giving and accepting apologies. um, Kathy, they talk about Kathy. Basically, girl, I do feel like Kathy is one of those women where it doesn't matter if you black, white, girl, Asian, Hispanic, girl, man, woman. Girl, if she see you, she's gonna ask you to get her something. Girl, I think it could be offensive though. It could definitely be offensive. Girl, especially if you black or Hispanic. Okay, and you walk by and somebody and this white woman saying, "Excuse me, can you give me some napkins?" Girl, who the fuck, bitch? Do I like girl? Who the fuck? Right? But I feel like Kathy wouldn't care. And does that make sense? What I'm saying, like Kathy wouldn't care if you black, white, Hispanic, Asian, woman, rich woman, poor woman. Like if she see you, she gonna ask you to get her something. Kathy does give me that. They were basically because Kathy was asking Jennifer Tilly. I think she asked Jennifer to hand her a napkin, girl, pretty much everything she needed. A napkin, a plate, a fork. And Jennifer made a joke about Kathy probably not even realizing who she was. Girl, she probably knows who you are. She just don't give a damn. We've seen Kathy do it to Kyle. Remember, she called Kyle one time and asked Kyle to bring her a straw. It was some crazy shit. Oh, child. Oh, child. Anyways, Sutton says that a hierarchy is being established. Being established, maybe it's been established. She said Kathy is at the top. Girl, Kathy, it's the hierarchy has been established. The only people that don't give a damn about Kathy Hilton being Kathy Hilton, I honestly feel is Bose, Garcelle, and Erica Jane. I feel like Sutton, Kyle, of course, that's her sister. Um, probably like uh I was about to say another white. Oh, Crystal. I feel like some of the girls do care about Kathy, but I don't feel like Bose gives a fuck about Kathy Hilton being Kathy Hilton. Garcelle or Erica Jane, honestly. Anyways, Sutton. So they're on the boat. That wind was horrible, and that boat was a little too small for me. They could have got a bigger boat, but girl, I mean, it's better than being on a floaty like the Real Housewives of Potomac usually do. Girl, just got pissed off. Um, could have had them. They had the women out there on a motherfucking floaty. Girl, I said, girl, this ain't even got nothing to do with Potomac. Let me. Okay, let me. I'm sorry. Um, what was I saying? God just got distracted. I just got pissed off. I was about to go on a whole rant about the Real Housewives of Potomac. Well, where am I at? Where am I at? Where am I at? Erica Jane. Oh, Sutton. Okay, here we go. Girl, Sutton brings up her apologizing again. And she really basically saying that she really meant it and she was sincere. Garcelle said, she brings up her saying that, what she said about Dorit and how it wasn't like her. Garcelle said in the background, basically, yeah, that was a really mean thing for you to say. I don't know if she really meant that or if she's saying that because now she pissed off at Sutton. You see what I'm saying? Do you really think it's a mean thing for her to say? Or are you just saying it because now you pissed off at Sutton? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, um, this is the thing. And y'all know Sutton is my girl. But Sutton there was no reason for her to bring this up again. Sutton started like, and I'm getting ahead of myself, but during the argument with her, because her and Erica got into it. Between her and Erica going back and forth, she was like, "What do y'all fucking want from me?" And then she was like, "I'm not apologizing again." Girl, nobody asked you to apologize again, bitch. If we're gonna be honest, we didn't even ask you to bring it up. You know what I'm saying? Girl, we sitting here girl, having cocktails and kikiing and laughing, and you are the one who brought up what happened the night before. So now you brought it up, and so you open up the door. Here we go. Like I said about Sweet Tea and Quad and Dr. G. Girl, Sweet Tea opened up the door. Quad kicked that hoe down. Girl, Sutton, you open up the door, and Erica Jane knocked that hoe off the hinges. Well, since you brought it up, girl, let's go ahead and talk about it. I literally feel like that's what happened. And then Sutton got pissed off because Erica basically pulled a Sutton on the Sutton. Well, girl, let me just say this. I accept your apology, and we talked about it, but girl, it doesn't take away from the fact that you did what you did. You walk around here like you're pro-woman. I'm paraphrasing. You're pro-woman, but girl, you mistreat women when they're at their lowest. And she said, me, Dorit, and Kyle, basically. Sutton tried to pull the game of semantics. She did. I'm not even gonna say this is what I feel. Because even when Erica Jane said what she said, I assumed, at least for me, I knew that Erica didn't mean just women in the world. Hell, she said women, but she also named the women who she was talking about. She literally gave examples. But all Sutton heard was women, or either Sutton was trying to change the course of the conversation by acting as if, even though Erica did say women, she also gave you 3 examples. And those 3 examples were her, Kyle, and Dorit. But then when Sutton was ready to reply to what Erica said, she tried to make it seem as though Erica was speaking about all the women in the world. You see what I'm trying to say? So, but she tried to change it to like, you're trying to say I don't support women, girl. That's not what I said. I said, girl, me, Erica. I said me, Kyle, and Dorit. Now, Erica gonna have to let that shit. This is the thing. Sutton is in one of those positions where Sutton is the one to basically ask questions. It's like they're shooting a show, and we know that Erica. Who else is gonna bring up the mess about you and Tom? Because the other girls trying to act like they don't want to bring it up. So, girl, if somebody has to bring it up, so it's gonna have to be either Garcelle or Sutton. You see what I'm saying? Kyle, nobody wants to bring up that you might be a kissing lesbian. So who else gonna bring it up? But I also get Erica's point too. Like, girl, you want to be our friend, but then you move kind of like an enemy in a way. Like, to a certain extent, like they kind of move like basically me, Kyle, and Dorit. If we say we're not gonna really bring something up, we're not gonna really bring it up because that's what friends do. But you say you want to be our friend, but then at the same time, girl, you bring up stuff that really and truly we don't want to talk about. But on the flip side, it's like, girl, they shooting the show, so girl, who else? Somebody got to bring it up. So I get it. I get it. Does that make sense? What I just said. Anyways, Kyle comes in, and then Kyle basically starts saying, "Well, obviously, she didn't mean women." Kyle, you shut up. You see what I'm saying? Because Kyle, you were not even there for now. I'm with Erica on this one, but I'm just saying that Kyle, you need to shut up because you were not even privy to the conversation. You were out at the end of the vote talking to Dorit, so you don't know what Erica meant or what she said because you were not even there when they had the conversation. And that's literally what Sutton should have told Kyle. Kyle, shut up. You wasn't even here. And that's what I be talking about. You be getting into shit that don't have nothing to do with you. But of course, Sutton want to be Kyle's friend, so she kind of just let it slide. Baby, when Dorit said you need to speak English so I can understand what you're saying. Baby, when Kyle, baby, when Sutton started speaking in the English accent, I fucking lost it. Oh!
Okay, maybe if I speak in an English accent, it will work better. Maybe. But
Sutton is a mess. Girl. Garcelle, so Sutton basically gets up and leaves. Garcelle doesn't stick up for Sutton. But the night before, Garcelle, oh, that's what I'm sorry, I'm reading what I wrote. Girl. So Garcelle says she's not sticking up for Sutton because, girl, she's going to have to handle it herself. The night before, she left me out to dry. So I'm going to leave her out to dry. The difference is, I will say, I don't remember them ganging up on Garcelle. Like at this point, even though Sutton did open up the door, it was depending on the lens you look through it, it kind of did look like a gang up, right? So I disagree with Garcelle there because I don't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember when she brought up the Morgan stuff. They like jumped on her in a way. Even though again Sutton opened up the door, it does appear like they're jumping on Sutton. But at this point, Garcelle is pissed off at Sutton because girl, you're reneging on basically what we said we were going to do. Girl, when we go in, we sticking together. We're not going to let these girls jump us, right? We the new freaking frack of the group. Girl, we got each other's back. And basically, because Sutton wants to be friends with Kyle, she reneged on what they agreed to. So now Garcelle is pissed off and she's questioning their friendship. I get it. I do. That's it, y'all. If I forgot about something, then we'll talk about it later. Garcelle better watch out. Like I said, girl, when if Sutton gets into Kyle's good graces and they really become good Judies, girl, girl, it's gonna be a mess because Sutton really wants to be a part of the cool girl clique. She really does. She really, really does. Sutton wants to be a part of the cool girl clique, especially with Kyle, because Kyle, from what the people say, girl, that's her show. So if I can get in with the girl when this is her show, even though it's really not a girl, then the same way y'all said it was Nene's show, the same way y'all said it was Teresa Giudice's show. It's kind of like buying somebody a car and it ain't it's not in their name. Girl, if it ain't in your name, it ain't your car. If it ain't, if it don't say created by, executive produced by, girl, it ain't your show. You a cast member. Anyways, girl, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night. Bye, y'all. Good day. Okay. Bye, y'all. One thing that I forgot, then I have to go. When Garcelle okay, so basically Sutton and Garcelle got into an argument. Not like this big blow up where they were screaming and yelling, but they got into an argument nonetheless. So when they got back from dinner, they went to their villas. They started to talk about what happened, at dinner. And so Sutton basically says, in a nutshell, that it's unfair. She was basically talking about Garcelle and Garcelle trying to get answers about what's happening with her and Morgan, blah blah blah. And so Sutton basically says that she feels as though it's unfair to pressure someone to tell us when they're not ready to tell us. And Garcelle basically called her out and was like, "Well, girl, that sure is funny coming from you, being that you pressured people in the past to come out and say when they were not ready to say, regardless of whatever situation it was." Which I have to agree with Garcelle. Sutton has made it her point to put people on the spot, want or demand answers to questions that she may have, even if that person wasn't necessarily ready to answer the questions. But bitch, I'm gonna tell you when I hollered, baby. When Garcelle tried, like when you're in the middle of an argument and you're like, "Girl, I'm about to go." You try to do your you try to do your dramatic exit. Girl, so Garcelle got up and tried to leave the room all dramatic like, and girl, she hit her leg or shin or toe on the table or something. She was like, "Shit." Girl, when I felt that because it's been times where I'd have got into an argument or two with one of my friends and I'm trying to leave the room all dramatic. They hit your toe on something, girl, that tripped over your shoelace. Girl, it don't have the same effect. It don't have the same effect when you can't carry it all the way through. So I felt Garcelle in that, but yeah, I just want to come back and say that Garcelle did have a point about Sutton. Now, all of a sudden, she doesn't want to talk. It's unfair to force people to talk about stuff. Again, and I said this earlier in the video. Girl, if Sutton ever gets to the point where her and Kyle are cool, girl, that friendship with Garcelle is probably gonna be over. Would she ever be cool with Dorit and Erica Jane? Probably not. I don't know, but I can see her definitely kind of becoming friends with Kyle, especially if she starts to kind of pull back and get in line in a way, and not, not continue to ask questions about her and Morgan. Though Sutton does kind of sometimes. Sutton gonna have to get it together. Yeah, Sutton gonna have to get it together. It was something else I was about to say, but I forgot. I forgot the other point that I wanted to make. Anyways, if I remember, we'll just mention it in next week's episode. Okay, that's all I wanted. Bye, y'all.